What's up, YouTube? Back at it again. And I was hoping I could make another BMW video, but it's raining right now and I'm waiting for it to stop. So I just wanted to make a fun, quick little thing to throw on the channel just to keep my momentum going. And before I got a project car, I thought project cars were so cool. I couldn't wait to have one. And now that I have a couple project cars, I would say 3 or 4 now, but one for more than 2 years. That shit is not sweet. That shit is not sweet. And if you're about to pick up a project car or if you don't have one yet, let me just give you some of the tips and tricks. I got some notes here. Let me just give you some tips and tricks as to what to expect when dealing with your first project car, because like YouTube makes it look so fun. But let's just get into it. Like, number 5 would be prepare to have your car not working more than it is working. So like what that means is whatever joy you get from driving your car, you can't get that when it's broken or when you're doing whatever, you're doing a project on this shit, you know what I mean? You can't get that when it's in project mode. And that kind of sucks more than you expect, because there's sometimes you want to just go for a drive, like whether you use driving as a therapy like me, just to like clear your mind and get some shit off. It's gonna suck when you want to do that and your shit's on jack stands for 6 months. Yeah, number 4. This is a unique thing that I went through that I wasn't even expecting to go through. Like gas. I had a V8. Like my first project car with an E55 AMG. I fucking love that thing. Supercharged V8. But that thing got 6 miles to the gallon. 6 miles to the gallon. And I had to fill up every 2 days. It was a 16, 18 gallon tank. It was huge. But that was back when gas was under $3 a gallon. So I was paying like $65, $70 a tank for an E55 AMG getting 6 miles a gallon in Brooklyn. I know it's stupid, but it was fun and it was definitely worth it. Now like gas is $5 a gallon. So while I wish I still had that car, like, yo, oh my, I just can't imagine. Yeah, it'd probably be like $120 every 2 days, which is like $250. That's $1,000 on gas, bro. Like, bruh, I bought that car for 10 grand. And like, if I drove that car this year as a daily driver, I would pay what I bought that car for just in gas. So that would have to be a business write-off, but that's another story. And number 3, depends on what like project car you get, because I know some people are like, they're smart. I was gonna say crazy, but that's kind of smart to get like a Subaru BRZ or like a newer, let's say like a 2010 and up car, 10 years old or newer. You're not gonna have that much problems versus like my car, a 2000, 20 years old. Like bushings are gonna get shot. Like, you're gonna be doing much more maintenance than actual project, because like this shit had a long life. This shit had a rough life. You know what I mean? And just be prepared for that. Like, one thing that I had to learn from having my own project cars is how to work on cars. That's why you see me dressed like a mechanic's son, because I have to get down and dirty with these bitches. Like, oil changes, like, prepared to have dirty fingernails all the time. That used to bother me. Now, fuck all. Like, nigga, get me covered in grease. I gotta do what I gotta do. But I have ruined some amazing shirts and clothes and sweaters having to fix this piece of shit. Like, so prepare for that. Number 2, If you're like me or like any other car guy, you're going to want more fucking power. Like, no way around it. And like, there's two ways of doing that. Forced induction, if your car doesn't already come forced induction, or engine swap. Just know, if you got your project car for under 5K, if you want to turbo it, or if you want to LS swap it, 2J it, if you're doing most of your own work, that's 5 bands easy. Easy. In today's age, you're looking more like, say 7,000, depending on what you do. If you're swapping engine and trans, or if you're using a adapter plate, all that shit costs money. And then like, you gotta pay someone or do it yourself to put it in. Like, I keep saying YouTube makes this shit look easy, but now that like I'm actually doing this, I see why people have YouTubes. Like, this is not cheap. Like, this is not a walk in the park for some people. And like, if you're like me and you already have responsibilities that you have to take care of, like, this is a sacrifice. And whether or not you think it's gonna be worth it, that's your choice. For me, from the age of 5, as long as I could remember, from the 3rd grade book fair, where I seen I think it was a Chrysler MC12. It was a concept car, bro. But I bought that book because of I seen the car on the cover. Then I opened it up and I seen a 430 Spider with the glass engine cover and the engine in the back. And it was just like, it was love at first sight, bro. And ever since then, like, and I've always loved cars. Like, my parents could tell you, like, every time they were leaving, I'm like, oh, we going in the car, like, from a kid. So it was lit. We about to go for a ride. So it's just like, it's something that you got. Like, it's just something that you got. And whether or not you're willing to make the sacrifice, that's your choice. But just understand, like, depending on, I don't care if you rich, my nigga. Rich niggas buy $1 million cars. Like, that's stupid. But that's a sacrifice they're willing to make. And so far, the market is showing them that, like, the return on the investment is worth the sacrifice. Because these $1 million cars 4, 5, 6 years ago are now worth $5 million. And now they're selling $5, $6, $7 million sticker vehicles because, like, people are willing to buy it because the passion is there. I don't want to get too sidetracked. But the number one, and this is the most important thing, it kind of ties everything together. Like, you're going to want to sell it. You're going to want to sell it. Like, there's sometimes with my project car, like my BMW right now, it's so well balanced the way I have it set up, but it's slow. And that's to keep me safe. Because I'm a dickhead. I am a dickhead. I'm an asshole. Like with the E55, thank God I was so nice. Because if I am the way I am now, I'm running from the people that might want to tell me to slow down. Like, because I got the skills now, but then, like, it's not even about that. I understand I have the skills, but, like, I don't even want to put people's safety at risk. You feel me? That's why I got into, like, going to the racetracks and whatnot. But I'm still a kid, bro. At the end of the day, no matter how much I try to be responsible, there's just that little bit, like, I need a little bit more power. Yeah, and I hold on to it because, like, at the end of the day, there's so much things I get more out of that BMW than the fact that, like, it could be slow. Slow cars make better drivers. So this is a forced thing for me. As much as I want to, like, jump up, and even though I can afford a Ford, I don't want to say it like that. It would be a stretch to get, like, a better, like, a M vehicle or whatever. I could do it, but then, like, it's also going to put me in, like, another tier of the liability. Let's put it like that. Like, in New York, in my fucking 200 horsepower BMW, I had damn near $3,000 in tickets from fucking speeding cameras and bus lanes and shit. Like, so if you give me twice the power or 3 times the power, you think that's gonna go down? And 9 times out of 10, I gotta keep talking myself out of, even though I love that car, I gotta keep talking myself out of selling it to get like, because I wanna follow the progression of it. The fact that I had it for 2 years and slowly but surely like restored it up to where it's gonna be, it's something that I take pride in. And it's definitely a sunken cost fallacy at this point. Because I put so much time into it to give up on it. It's like, but yeah, you're gonna get there, and eventually you're gonna see if it's worth it or not. So just whenever you find yourself in that mood and you want to give up, that's your choice to make. I'm not telling you to keep it, don't keep it, but just understand that like whatever you get from putting yourself in this, if making it to the end of your project is going to be worth it, figure that out from the beginning before you even put yourself through it. You know what I mean? Because like I started with the E55 and I wasn't that experienced to work on that car. I realized that I was probably going to fuck some shit up. So I wanted to find a simpler platform. And my wagon is the most beautiful thing ever because it's simple but complex at the same time. You know what I mean? Inline six, like shared with the E36, E46s. So like when I do want to hop into a smaller coupe, I'll have all that knowledge. But then like it kind of shares some same unique characteristics with most German cars and the way the suspension is set up. And like I'm learning a lot of things, but like if I do blow up an engine like I did with my BMW, I'm not going to be paying $5,000 for a new one. You feel me? Yeah, I don't want to get too sidetracked, but this is just the 5 things that I've learned from getting my project car. And before you get into this mess too, take heed, learn some lessons, and know what you're getting into. Peace. And yeah, just keep doing you.